Might I be permitted a personal sharing? It is in regard to a symbolic ecology of time, memory, and meaning. It is a matter I have long considered. These metaphors that have come to me through quiet contemplation of time. Foremost among them are figurative bridges. Figurative bridges of metaphor and meaning offer communion and a bridging of inner lives. They stand not merely as feats of engineering, but as solemn conduits of symbolic passage, linking the inner provinces of the soul across the tumult of time, the variations of meaning, and the vast distances of culture. In their silent arc is the gesture of communion. Second most among them is the golden thread. This was what stitched together larger constellations of meaning, and did, indeed, bore the symbolic fluency that built such bridges. Quite alive it was in the 1940s, and its animation could be measured by the aurora of the present age. A singular filament, golden and alive, woven deftly through the dense fabric of human understanding. It enlivens the otherwise inert, illuminates the symbolic with steady glow, and glistens in the present moment like some terrestrial aurora. And although in the 2020s it has dimmed, in the past eras it were guiding, binding, recalling. Third in this quiet procession stands time. Time as a rapid, raging river, a swift and untamed river, ever surging forward, its currents indifferent, its course irrevocable. It's not a gentle current. It's wild, swelling with momentum, pulling entire eras along with it. You can almost hear the roar of it, not just clocks ticking, but centuries tumbling. Fourth most among them is the present. The present is but the shoreline on the beach where consciousness wades, momentarily touching the wet helm of eternity, before the tide withdraws once more. Fifth most among them is the past. The past is the first sandbank, the 2000s shifting, remembered, partially submerged. Sixth most among them is the distant past, the 1980s, further bars of silt, softly vanishing before the cataract. Seventh most among them is the year 1940, a sudden drop in the continental shelf of time, where the firm sands of memory give way to the vast and fathomless deeps. It is here that the oldest recollections of yesteryear lie, in the present-day consciousness, not dead but dormant, stirring faintly in the stillness, awaiting the touch of remembrance. To recognize the 1940s is, at this present point in time, a form of drop-off awareness, the knowledge that everything will pass the final sandbank into the deep ocean. Farther out in the ocean is the 19th century, the deepening waters, dark, soundless, profound. Even farther is 180 AD, the abyssal plain, cold, silent, unreachable. Even farther 4.5 billion years, the dawn of the earth, and farther still, 13.8 billion years, the birth of the stars. These are the ocean's blackest fathoms, where no light now touches the depths of the ocean, and time itself has forgotten its name. There's also the passage of time. It slips, always, slipping through our fingers. There's no re-inhabiting of time itself. We're left with a curious imprint of experience, and through the grasp, it is irretrievable. What remains is the imprint, memory etched in the wax of consciousness, and logos, the reasoned echo of what once was. Time does not halt, but it leaves behind its trace, faint but indelible. And there's the pulse. It is the rhythm beneath all things, the frequency of humanity as a whole at any one point in time. It is where we have our everyday idioms, our collective agreements of what is expected to speak, the norms that are adopted via means of habituation and familiarity, which differ so greatly depending on which time era you visit. The pulse is the ceaseless wave upon which we are born. None remain still. All are caught in the cycle, arising, receding, returning, from bloom to decay, from petal to root. Life is a beautiful and continual composting. And lastly, there is Anemoia folk, time-coloured hearing folk. They are the divers of the deep mind, those who descend into memory's submerged chambers, explorers of the long-forgotten. They navigate the coral reefs of yesteryear, seeking the colours and contours of meaning lost to the surface world.